Welcome everybody to Game 3 of the Leslie Robinson Classic. Halfway done through day one. Still some great basketball on the court. It is the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point Pointers versus the Hardin Simmons Cowboys. 7-1 versus 7-5. Wisconsin versus Texas. I am Reed Rosales, joined by Annika Saenz. We'll run you through the starting lineups real quick. For Wisconsin Stevens Point, it is Seth Myron, Josiah Butler, Carter Combs, Logan Baumgartner, and Cal Crone. For Hardin Simmons, it's Matthew Alexander, DJ Jones, Asher Fleming, Tyler Williams, and Chris Bryant. We have got Crone versus Bryant at the tip-off. And ball is hit to the right. Hardin Simmons will get the first possession of the game. Gonna get off. Cowboys looking to get off to a great start. Fleming. The Williams. Tyler Williams throws one up. Can't chicken wing it in though. It'll be rebounded by the Pointers. Trying to dish it inside, but good contest by Williams. But it'll stay Pointers ball. And not a common matchup we see here, Annika, but a matchup between purple and yellow.
I know, right as everybody was about to check in, they actually went with our home side first, which is what they really don't do when it comes to introducing teams, but I had to make sure that the Cowboys were the ones that are the home team.
Three-pointer is no good for Seth Myron. So 1 minute through, no points on the board just yet. DJ Jones handing it off to Asher Fleming, flips it to Matthew Alexander. Works its way all the way up to Tyler Williams. Finds Fleming on the inside. Matthew Alexander sinks the triple. So 3-0 to start things off early on as Hardin Simmons fires the opening salvo. Pointers looking to respond in kind. Cal Crone spinning around, working up against Chris Bryant, and he'll win that battle. 3-2.
I'm eager to see the two bigs go and fight each other throughout the rest of this game. They're fighting for position, running rim to rim with each other. See what presence they have.
It's Matthew Alexander driving in again. Blocking foul. So first foul for either side. Just inbound it. DJ Jones will be the one to find one of his fellow Cowboys. Puts it up for Chris Bryant. Easy enough for the big man. Jones with the three. He sinks it. So both times Hardin Simmons has scored. It's been from downtown, 6-2. Good start for the Cowboys. Wisconsin Stevens Point looking to cut the deficit a little bit. Still very early on, however. Crone holding the ball, getting it to Josiah Butler. Thought about a three, but Alexander Matthew all up in his face. 5 seconds on the shot clock. It's up and in.
Very nice.
Seth Myron, the junior out of Appleton, Wisconsin.
You don't see that too often where there is what they like to call relocation. We had him at the block, saw that one of his teammates was cutting that way. He relocated back to that left wing and left for an open shot.
Chris Bryant trying to muscle it in. Ball is loose. And the board for Cal Crone.
It's interesting to see what type of motion offenses each of these teams have. The last game that we left off of, it was really slashing based and, use of their pick and rolls, but it seems like the Pointers are trying to move everything around the horn and try and get some off-ball movement.
It's the Pointers in the purple and the Cowboys in the white.
What is a pointer?
It's a dog. You never
the Greyhound pointer? Well, that's not it. That's the okay.
Yeah, you never seen a pointer before?
Don't look at me like that. Oh, that's the picture. There we go. Are they used for hunting?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Okay.
The point, I think they snip and then, literally they'll do the, if you've ever seen the pointing pose from the dog.
Oh, 100%. Yes, I have. I'm sorry, Peyton. Don't look at me.
Free throw, man. Shooter's touch on the free throw.
I know, hit every part of the rim.
Maybe somebody will bring a pointer dog. Chris Bryant swimming around in the paint. But can't convert.
That would have been pretty.
Chris Bryant, really the heart and soul of the Hardin Simmons offense, leads the team in scoring. We'll try to run him as much as possible. Wow, Alexander flew for that ball. And wow, out of a precarious situation, Pointers still have the ball. Can't convert that shot, offensive board. That one doesn't go, but a foul is gonna get called.
A little bit of a late whistle.
I mean, by all means, Josiah Butler should have lost that ball there, but Hardin Simmons wasn't putting pressure.
Absolutely not. And Hardin Simmons didn't finish out that possession. They let go of 2 offensive boards.
Stevens Point able to get a couple offensive boards due to Hardin Simmons just not applying really any pressure whatsoever.
Yeah, they're just not boxing out, especially in the opposite end of the rim.
So it is 8-6. Isaiah Moore on the floor now for the Pointers. That's number 13, the junior out of Chicago, Illinois. Free throw is good for Josiah Butler. 9-6. Pointers up. See if the Cowboys can wrangle a tie out of this offensive possession.
Nice. You got to use corral in here one time too as a nice little verb.
Matthew Alexander makes it a 1-point affair. Good strong move from him. Bryant. Good defense from Chris Bryant against Cal Crone. A Euro step attempt. Foul's going to get called. We'll have Tyler Williams head to the free throw line. Hardin Simmons coming off of a 98-66 shellacking of Arlington Baptist. A game in which Hardin Simmons threw down, if I counted it right, 6 dunks.
Oh my gosh.
In the game, including a lot from the man that's at the free throw line currently, but we're at our under 16 media timeout.
Were they mostly in transition or were they off a set half court?
Some of them are in transition. 2 of them, Tyler Williams flew out of nowhere,
really?
contested, rose over everybody, and threw up like a SportsCenter top 10 type dunk.
Wow.
So that man can
Hopefully
fly.
we'll see one of those today.
Yeah, it's safe to say that there was a pretty significant size disparity between Hardin Simmons and Arlington Baptist for the most part, that they used to their advantage. But still, beat a team by 30-plus points. You're doing quite a bit right.
Well, I'm looking over at the stats. 0 turnovers for both teams right now, but the rebound game is what the Pointers are winning by right now. Above by 3. Obviously, the 3-pointers aren't at the 100% that the 2 for 2 are for the Cowboys.
Wisconsin Stevens Point coming off of a win at Olivet. Played the Comets. It was close for the first part of the game, but Stevens Point stretched out to a lead and never really relinquished it after that. It took a while, but they did get it, and the Comets were hapless to try and make a comeback. 7-1 for Stevens Point. Good record. Not really getting a ton of recognition in the D3Hoops.com poll. Looking for a strong win over some strong teams. A win over a nice Hardin Simmons group would go a long way. Hardin Simmons was a Sweet 16 team last year.
Who's playing Mary Washington tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Mary Washington will be playing Shriner.
Okay.
Free throw is in for Tyler Williams.
They lost their 9-0 earlier this morning.
That's true. One of the undefeated teams across the nation falling in San Antonio in the opening game of this Classic. Tyler Williams, good trip at the charity stripe for the 6'6" junior out of Lubbock. See how Wisconsin Stevens Point can respond. Carter Combs passed it up to Butler. Down to Myron. They go left back to Combs. Combs splashing the paint a little bit, but pulls out. Josiah Butler sidesteps his man. 3 is up and good.
Nice.
Swish for Josiah Butler. The junior makes it 12-10 in the favor of the Pointers. Chris Bryant, a lot of guys on him right now. The Alexander takes the open shot. Can't get it. Chris Bryant coming across everybody to get that board. DJ Jones. Oh, not quite. Ball is loose on the floor. Bodies everywhere. Foul will be called.
I'm assuming that one's going to be on Chris Bryant, and he was reaching over. Oh, actually, they didn't. They ended up calling that one on Tyler Williams. I think he was the one that had crashed on the floor.
That was impressive from Chris Bryant.
I know.
Rising over everybody.
I know. He came out of nowhere. Kept the ball in bounds, too.
On the floor for Hardin Simmons, Miles Amason, 6'11", junior out of Fort Worth, number 33. Look out for him. Moore, wanting to kick it back, finds Butler as he cuts in a little bit. 5 seconds on the shot clock. A lot of contention. Hits the rim, but no points out of the pointers this time. Seth Myron, who had the ball for the most part there. Fleming getting it into Amason. Chris Bryant trying to work his way in. Spin around, doesn't go. Rebounded his own shot for a moment, but lost handle of it.
That's one of those where you got to square your shoulders, use the backboard. You had great body movement, great control, and you just let go of 2 easy buckets.
Man, the battle at the boards has been pretty epic so far. Both sides crashing hard.
And it's been pretty clean for the most part. Like, nobody's getting hacked while they're going up.
DJ Jones contested 3, just off the mark.
It's a little bit of a heat check for him as he made the first 2 that he shot today.
Stevens Point in the hand of Carter Combs. Sophomore out of Stevens Point hands it off to Josiah Butler. He stands on the Tiger head. 3 is good. Josiah Butler makes it 15-10.
Very nice. Is that his second 3 of the day?
I believe it is. Yes, indeed. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Layup attempt no good for Matthew Alexander. Butler trying to do it himself, kicks it out. Faked handoff. Man, what a play by Seth Myron.
Inevitably, there's a timeout called by HSU. I'm really appreciating the fundamentalness. I don't know if that's a word, but the fundamentalness of the pointers right now. Everything is a jump stop. They're turning around, using their pivots, not making sure that they're making haphazard passes, up in the air. And I like how much, off-ball movement that they have with each other, whether that's, a flex screen off the ball or it's a relocation, or you just never see somebody standing in the same place for too many seconds or too long, which is the reason why I think they're getting so many open offensive possessions.
Pointers on an 8-0 run right now.
Yeah.
As Hardin Simmons hasn't scored in the past 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Something that will need to change for the Cowboys if they want a chance at this one.
Yeah. Let's cut this game down. If I'm the Cowboys, let's cut this game down to, okay, let's surge for the next 3 minutes, see how much we can get out of defensively. Play pretty solid. Don't try and take too many risks. There's been a couple times where the pointers have taken sidesteps off of an over contention, and they just gotten wide open threes, or they've gotten, wide open mid-range shots. Just stay poised.
Emerson. Wow, finding the player inside. Oh, can't roll it in. Tough for Asher Fleming, and the ball will end up with the pointers.
You hate to see that. The same thing happened for Cal Crone. Good boot, good movement, good footwork. He just couldn't finish it.
Wow, foul.
And that's just pure effort.
Yeah, pure effort indeed.
Is that Max Raymer?
Yeah, Trevian Howell on the court for Hardin Simmons. And Max Raymer in for Wisconsin Stevens Point. Those 2 are new faces. Raymer, freshman from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Meanwhile, Howell, senior from Dallas. The Richardson High School product. So 17-10. Game that has been in Stevens Point favor for a little bit now, but free throw trip still troubles throughout the Classic, apparently.
I don't know if it's the Classic itself, if it just has bad juju on the line. Actually, in the last game, it was pretty consistent.
It was pretty consistent.
Yeah, it was a little bit more consistent than the first game for sure. But inevitably, they ended up in bonus.
It was a strong 3 attempt. Rebound back into the Cowboys' arms. Amison feeding it to Ingram. Jamar Ingram trying to do it himself. Wow, bounced off every part of the rim, but didn't go in.
That's happened the last couple possessions for them. I don't know if it's a concentration thing. I don't know if it's you have to fully extend your arm and don't baby the shot, use the backboard.
Baumgartner lost handle of it for just a moment, but took it back in himself. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Amison won't win that defensive battle. Great moves. It is 19-10. You have to have some fleet footwork if you're trying to get past a 6'11" player.
Absolutely.
Up inside to Amison. Trying to shoulder his way in. That shot doesn't go.
Man, he worked hard throughout that entire possession, just couldn't finish.
Man,
wow,
what a player Calcone has been so far.
I mean, to take that from the three-point line, realize you have the shot and be like, nah, I'm about to body this, and just go finish it on the opposite side of the rim with a nice little spin cycle.
A 12-0 run for the Pointers. 3 is up. No good for the Cowboys.
I think what's also been helping these Pointers is they're finishing out possessions. I mean, there's been a couple times, I would say probably less than 3, where the Cowboys have gotten an offensive possession, but for the most part, they're boxing out, making sure that they're not getting second chance opportunities, and of course converting on this end, which makes it a lot easier.
Crone again. That one doesn't go. I think
No.
Hardin Simmons is going to have a sigh of relief there.
That was good body control, though. Just couldn't finish with that step through.
And they call it Cowboy ball.
They're trying to argue that it came off of somebody's knee, but it will remain Cowboys ball coming in after this media timeout at that baseline.
Pretty deep into the under 12-minute mark, but still media timeout.
Yeah, I mean, the game's been moving pretty fast. There hasn't been any stoppage of the clock other than free throws, but nothing like that. I mean, the foul count's still pretty low. 4 for HSU. For the Pointers, they got 2.
Yeah, it's a very clean game. We've had pretty clean games for the most part, which has been exciting.
Absolutely. I think the most aggressive one of today was the defensive battleship that was Mary Washington and St. Thomas, because they were just going at it. Like, that was, if I could describe that game, it was literally which team has the better defense at the moment, and St. Thomas really came out of it.
Head coach for Stevens Point, Kent Dernbach, asked him about his thoughts on the season that his team's having so far. He said, this is a program that has a rich tradition, a national championship winning team in the past. He was at Stevens Point for 6 years as an assistant. He came back to rejoin that tradition. And he said it's going so well because of the strong juniors that are on this Pointers team. Really, all the key players for the Pointers, juniors.
I love that, and especially because, I don't know, like they usually say, like, you're hitting your peak your senior year, but I really think a lot of collegiate players hit their peaks within their sophomore and junior years when it comes to terms of player development. And, you know, the upperclassmen, they have a little bit more experience. You can only imagine what the surge is going to be like whenever they're seniors, but I can definitely see where his admiration for his juniors comes from.
Ball hit the rim, and travel's going to be called. Wow.
Said he picked up his pivot foot.
So the Cowboys will maintain possession. Andrew Messenger was the one that attempted the last shot. He's a new face on the floor. They find Messenger.
That one rattles in. That ends their drought. Look, your little palindrome.
Oh, there it is. I didn't even notice. 21-12. It's beautiful every
What
time.
does it get? What type of joy does it give you when you see a palindrome?
It's like Christmas.
Christmas came early.
Christmas came early. I think we've had a palindrome in every game.
We have, yeah. Whether that's with the clock.
Working to his right. Pull-up jumper. Man, too strong. A little too muscle on that one from Gavin Davis. Sophomore out of Houston, Texas. Wow.
Wow.
Man, Cal Crone has been doing almost everything.
And it's nothing specifically out of the ordinary. I mean, he just has really good footwork, knows whenever to use his pump fakes. Saw that Crone was gonna, no, that wasn't Crone. Saw that Chris Bryant, excuse me, was about to come and block it from behind, and he just played smarter.
Messenger shot goes awry. Foul. As Jared Cox, a new face in for HSU, gets fouled. Cox, the freshman out of Burleson, Texas.
I like seeing the new people that just came into this lineup out of that timeout are making an immediate impact.
Noah Lamy, number 23, also a new face for HSU. Sophomore out of Grapevine.
Sometimes it just takes a new look at the basket to see what you can get out of them and see if the starters can come back in after this rotation to kind of pick up some momentum that they've built.
Josh Bocher, number 14 in for Stevens Point. Should the senior out of Kewaskum, Wisconsin. Pointers slowing the offense down just a bit. Messenger up front. Trying to lose his man is Carter Combs. Working it in the arc, kicks it out. Seth Myron in the paint.
Wow.
Man.
That literally, like the ball hit every part of that court. It hit the paint, found its way back out, and then there was another hard slash with great footwork and finishing on the opposite side of the rim.
Jones trying to find Bryant on the inside. He does. And foul is going to get called.
Ends up to be Crone. It really is a battle of the bigs right now. If you find them, honestly, I think right now they're the ones that are working the hardest, truly, because you're running rim to rim. You're having to deal with somebody that is your size, that is your weight, and you're having to outsmart them. Having to three-quarter a post that is trying to get better position on you it's extremely exhausting, and I really am very thankful that I was a guard throughout my entire career, because defending that and going up against that takes so much energy. And even though they usually stay within the little confines, you know, within like the short corner area, high post, whether that's the block, working their way around the paint, that takes a lot of exhaustion. And then to still come back down, and Crone has good footwork and is still able to, you know, make good decisions and all that stuff. I really think right now it feels like a battle of the bigs.
It for sure is, and that's kind of the style of basketball that these Midwest teams like to play for the most part.
Absolutely.
That physical, big man going in, going at it.
Yeah.
And I think you're really seeing a bit of a disparity in that rebound category.
Absolutely. 18 rebounds for the Pointers, 10 rebounds for the Cowboys. But I think a lot of that's coming off of solidifying, closing out possessions for the Pointers and making sure that they get second chance opportunities on the offensive boards. Yeah, I mean, they're just purely fundamentally sound, blocking out anybody that's coming within the paint, and making sure that there's no, you know, overextended long rebounds coming off of long shots.
I'm totally going to jinx us, but there's only been one turnover from either side.
Watch this. Oh my gosh, Reed.
And the ball is lost. Quick shot. Wow. Shooter's touch, to say the least, for Carter Combs. 27-14, Stevens Point really pulling away. And a little bobble of the ball from Asher Fleming. Deep, but Chris Bryant taking in the deep pass. Man, that one doesn't connect at all.
I would have liked to have seen Crone probably go up a little bit stronger with that, because
And Carter Combs again.
Yeah.
29-14. They are doubling up Hardin Simmons right now. Bryant, the big man, trying to back in. Get the shot in. His second attempt gets fouled. Working against Grant Manns of Stevens Point. Sophomore out of Kiel, Wisconsin.
Yeah, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm feeding that to him every time. I think he has some height on him, some weight on him. Let him go back to the basket, see what he can get out of it. I think that everything's coming off a little bit short for him, so he just has to make sure that he's extending, squaring his shoulder to the basket, and using that backboard as much as he can, because right now, especially with Crone out, that's definitely a point of weakness, and they should capitalize on it.
Yeah, 29-15. And kind of the performance that has been a bit lopsided in favor of Stevens Point. They've definitely looked like the better team so far.
And that's because the Cowboys came out with a 6-2 lead at one point, just because of the 2 threes that were hit by
DJ Jones.
It was DJ Jones, yeah. He went 2 for 2 to start the game.
Well, Pointers will look to extend their lead. It is 29-16. Shifting the ball around to Seth Myron. Passes to his right to Josiah Butler. Butler back out to Myron. Finds Butler open. The 3 is up.
Wow.
Put that one in the bank. Another 3 for Josiah Butler.
I don't know how he was so wide open. If his defender was, really sunken in to help, but I don't know how that skip pass was so open. But obviously capitalized on it.
Man, another tough miss for the American Southwest Conference team. Asher Fleming. Foul's going to get called. It seems like everything is going wrong for Hardin Simmons right now.
Honestly, that last possession was pure, energy exerted, because I saw 3 Pointer jerseys hit half court before 3, Cowboy jerseys. So you got to get down the floor fast. They didn't rotate quick enough. It was a little bit of a risky pass to be, taken by the Pointers. But that's what you do in transition. You want to pass the ball up as much as you can.
Free throw isn't good for Josh Bocher.
I feel like this has been a pretty fast half. We're already at the 5-minute and 43-second mark.
Josh Booker, my apologies. 32-16. I agree, it has been a pretty brisk half thus far. Hardin Simmons. That's not gonna go. Man, that was pretty athletic play by Tyler Williams. But again, no points coming out of it. Floater from Combs, no good, but he gets his own miss for a rebound. Wow, good passing from Stevens Point. They get it inside the paint. Josh Booker again.
Yeah.
And Hardin Simmons, 1 for their last 18 from the floor.
And it's not like they're taking bad shots, they're just not going in. And that was read like a book by Carter Combs.
3 just a little bit off.
That one's gonna be on Bryant as he was trying to box out.
A hard fall from Butler.
I think that puts them at either their, I think that one's gonna be their 6th foul. They still got 1 more. They're taking it out on the baseline. I don't know how many Bryant has. I think that's gonna be his 3rd personal. Is it?
Chris Bryant has, yep, if that is a foul on Bryant, that will be his 3rd personal foul. Indeed it is.
Yeah, and that's really hard to see, especially because, as a coach, you don't want to risk him getting his 4th early on in this game. And then to come back in the second half, you want him to play as much as possible.
Leading scorer for Hardin Simmons, Chris Bryant, you don't want him to foul out or be in foul trouble.
Yeah.
He averages 16.6 points a game, 7 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
All for Stevens Point. Josiah Butler, Cal Crone, and Seth Myron all averaging double digits a game. Butler with 20, Crone with 16, and Myron with 14. Right now, Stevens Point has just been clicking on every side of the ball.
Absolutely. And half of that may just be coming from effort, like getting down the court first, making sure you're doing your work early, making sure that you're talking on defense, getting your rotations correct. I mean, the last possession, it was Carter Combs, who was on the opposite side of the court, saw that the ball was going to be, you know, entry pass into the post. He saw it, he read it, he came around that three-quarter on that baseline, stole the ball. I mean, that's just being engaged within the game and knowing that you are 4 passes away, so I'm going to be in this midline as a defender, and of course I'm going to read this correctly. So, you know, I mean, there's a reason why stuff's clicking in all cylinders, because you're putting in the effort in the right moments at the right time. But, I mean, the Cowboys are getting good opportunities. They're just not finishing. There was a really great layup, you know, attempted. It rattled all around the rim. I don't know if they're not, I mean, I said this earlier, if they're not fully extending their arms, if they're babying every shot. I also don't know what's going on with the refs at center court. Do you know what's going on? Come on, Reed. You better read lips better.
I am not John Boy, unfortunately. 34-16 Pointers advantage.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm pretty sure it's going to remain Pointers ball at the baseline.
Either way, Pointers will be happy to have the ball. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Get it in easily.
I think it's going to be a, yeah, shot clock reset. I think they set it to 30 instead of 20.
Goal to have a little bit of a restart. False start.
Yeah.
Working his way in, trying to throw him in a spin
travel.
cycle. HSU has quite the hole to dig out of. Stevens Point 6 for the last 8 from the floor. 2-minute scoring drought for the Cowboys. You need something. Matthew Alexander. Wow. Forcefully Euro stepping his way in, but nothing happening.
It's also one of those moments, too, where you don't want to force anything. You want to let the game come to you as naturally as possible, but it's hard as a player not to want to force something whenever, you know, you have been on a scoring drought.
Isaiah Butler having trouble against Williams. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kicked out. 3 is up, but short. Butler can't connect there. Good defensive stand for the Cowboys. All ball is lost for a moment. It's still loose. Is it in?
I'm going to call that one, I'm pretty sure, on Josiah Butler. Yeah, that was a push out of bounds.
So now nearly a 3-minute scoring drought for the Cowboys as we're at the under 4-minute media timeout. Yeah, it's just been tough looks for the Cowboys. I feel like a lot of the shot selection more recently hasn't been the greatest because Stevens Point defensively has just kind of been everywhere.
Exactly. I mean, they're switching when it matters. They're attacking the ball anytime an offensive player, like we just saw here in this last possession, turns their head or tries to turn a corner. They're attacking him from behind. I mean, they're playing good defense. Like you just had this last possession where the Cowboys kept them under, you know, making them shoot under 10 with the shot clock, rebound the ball correctly. They were trying to come downhill. Honestly, I would like to see them try and move the ball a little bit more, get some punctures in the paint, have more open body movement with other people that are off ball, you know, run baseline, get some baseline drifts coming through. Everything is pretty stagnant right now. The only thing they were trying to do, especially when Bryant was in, was just feed him in at the block, but you can't really do much and people are just sitting there waiting for the ball to get to him. So whether you have people coming off of elevator screens, coming off of off-ball screens, I would like to see something kind of be set up where they have a motion that's coming off of like a horn screen or a stagger. I mean, just to give you something. It's not because it inevitably gives you a play, but it just gives you movement.
Matthew Alexander trying to find a teammate. Lobs it up. Oh boy, that was a tough inbounding pass, but it is collected by the Cowboys. Kicked out. Back out again. Asher Fleming to his left to Gavin Davis. Down to Amison. Davis to his right to Alexander. Trying to run down the near side lane. He'll get fouled.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a foul. That's going to be on Josh Bosher. Give him a little two-handed shove. That's going to be their 7th, though he's heading to the line for 1-on-1.
So as Booker gets booked, on to the court comes Isaiah Moore. One thing that you notice that the Pointers do is they will hand the towel, similar to how soccer players come on and off in substitutions.
I know a couple collegiate teams that do that. It also gives you a moment to, give your teammate a high five, acknowledge them. Sense of unity for sure.
34-17 at the Alexander. Half and half at the charity stripe. Stevens Point still double the score. To feel fairly comfortable about their lead, given how this game has gone so far. Butler to Combs. Combs trying to get it in to Cal Crone, but the pass just a little too tight.
Absolutely. You're talking about, or I was talking about the movement of the Pointers versus the offensive movement of the Cowboys. And if you think about it, the reason why it probably looks like the Pointers are clicking all cylinders when it comes to defense is because they have to play against each other in practice, where ball movement is constant, and you're constantly having to talk, and you're constantly having to rotate correctly. There's a three. So whenever an offensive team is stagnant, it makes it much easier.
See if that three from Matthew Alexander puts a little pep in the Cowboy step. Crone spinning around.
Wow.
Just a great flick of the wrist there.
He just has really pretty footwork. Every time he gets the ball, I'm kind of excited to see what's going to come up.
A lot of sound fundamental players on the Stevens Point squad.
Honestly, nothing makes me happier than seeing a big who's a good decision maker. Doesn't necessarily have to go back to the basket every time, but recognizes when two people are on him, there's obviously an open player, usually coming from the opposite side. Good body control.
Wow. Great find to Asher Fleming, but way too many Pointers in the paint. Butler. Good job on Hardin Simmons to get back quickly. Could have been disastrous if they weren't quick-witted there. Myron to Butler. Butler hands it off to Crone. He defers back to Butler. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense by Hardin Simmons right now. Now Crone, wow, what a dish.
Yeah.
To Isaiah Moore.
If you just watched him that entire play, I'm talking about Bryant, he went from the top of the key, ended up slipping it, coming back out to the short corner, collected two people, beautiful bounce pass to somebody that just elevated up.
Emerson, the handoff to Matthew Alexander. Why not another three attempt? That one rattles off the iron. Timeout's going to be called on Simmons. And Stevens Point will discuss matters. 1 minute, 5 seconds left in this first half. Half that has kind of been dictated at all times by Stevens Point.
Yeah. I mean, right now, the only thing the Cowboys can do when it comes to looking towards the rest of this game is finish out this quarter. Finish out this half. Try not to let them score in the possessions that they have right now, and try and get at least one conversion on offense. But you have to play sound defense whenever the Pointers come and take it out here at half court.
The crazy thing is, Hardin Simmons has been in the bonus for a hot minute, and yet I haven't seen them go to the free throw line. Like pretty much at all since they've entered it.
Absolutely not. But I think a part of that, I mean, like I'm saying, is they're not moving on offense. There's only one person slashing at a time. That's not going to make the defense move. That's not going to put them on their heels or put them in a disadvantaged position. You also don't see them have too many opportunities in transition either.
Jared Cox on the floor for Hardin Simmons. Pointers. Seth Myron with the ball. To Isaiah Moore to his left. On the near side of the court, Josiah Butler will pass to his right. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock once again. Crone will get fouled. Bit of a tough foul to take.
That was one of the only possessions where I thought that Crone was a little bit off balance. Maybe a small little bailout on in my little opinion. But I thought it was pretty sound defense by Brandon Tilley. Oh, not Brandon Tilley, by who was that? Miles Amison. But they may have caught him with one of his hands down on the lower back.
First free throw, no go. Both sides in the bonus now. Hardin Simmons has just had a lot of streaks of scoring droughts, streaks that Wisconsin Stevens Point hasn't had at all, really.
Yeah.
Wisconsin has just kind of been pretty consistently scoring. But not so consistent from the free throw line today. That makes them 4 for 10 as a team from the charity stripe. Still a shot clock on for HSU on this possession. DJ Jones. Nice pass inside. Trevian Howell.
Nice.
Good jumper.
All right, finish out these last 17 seconds with a good stop.
Stevens Point clearly in no hurry.
It's going to be an offensive. Saw that one coming from a mile away. That's going to be on Seth Myron. Looks like he was trying to move bodies with his hands.
This is pretty big for Hardin Simmons. This is a half that, by all means, has been a bit of a disaster. But if you can get out of it with some momentum heading into the second half.
Yeah, starting a good foot. And that's going to put them at the line. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's true. Both teams are in the bonus. Calling illegal screen.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
And one of the Hardin Simmons fans says that was a travel, and Coach Brackett turned and responded, "I agree." So both sides on the same wavelength, on and off the court.
That's really funny.
Jones puts up the three. No good.
It's all right. Got out of the half. Try and stop the bleeding a little bit.
Wow, great half for Stevens Point. Tough half for Hardin Simmons. Pointers up 38-22 on the Cowboys. Now Pointers coming in at 7-1, really showing why they have such a great record.
Absolutely.
And now both coaches talking with the official.
I think they're just trying to get clarification about what the last play was about. Because in my eyes, I definitely saw that Seth Myron did set an illegal screen. But inevitably, I don't know what they ended up calling at the end, because they ended up taking it out on the opposite end of the baseline. But I don't know. They're going to head into halftime. Score is still 38-22. 14 minutes left.
Yep, they won't protest it any longer.
Yeah.
For some team highs, Josiah Butler, 13 points and 7 rebounds, leads the team in both those categories. What a half for him.
Absolutely.
And you're on pace for a double-double. Like, you just need 3 rebounds. You're almost certainly going to get it. Cal Crone, 10 points. He's been fun to watch as well. A lot of these pointers, really fun to watch because they're just so sound fundamentally. Seth Myron, too. 4 for 8 from downtown. Good three-point shooting percentage, even though they haven't been taking the downtown shot as much as Hardin Simmons has.
Well, I think that when it comes to their three-point percentage shots, they're getting open threes. Like, there's a difference between having a contested three and putting that up versus having an open three, because, I mean, they're puncturing the paint as much as they can and skipping it across to somebody that's relocating, somebody that has their defensive help, way too deep into the paint. But they're definitely open threes for sure.
Meanwhile, for Hardin Simmons, leader in points is Matthew Alexander with 9. And the leading rebounder, Chris Bryant, with 3. And really is looking at the stats, that dominant number in the rebounds category, 27-14.
Yeah.
Really speaking the story of the game so far. A lot of opportunities for the Pointers, not a lot for Hardin Simmons. And when HSU did get opportunities, they just could not convert very often. But we'll take a 13-minute break on the Tiger Network as we get ready for the second half. HSU down, but certainly not out just yet. Welcome back to San Antonio, Texas. We are nearly underway for the second half. Stevens Point up on Hardin Simmons 38-22. I am Reed Rosales, joined by Annika Saenz, still here on the Tiger Network. Game 3 of 4 for day 1. And an early turnover by the Pointers. That's a good start for Hardin Simmons.
Yeah, that's what you want to see coming out of the half.
Cowboys team out of the American Southwest Conference, ASC. A conference of just 4 teams this year. There'll be 6 next year, as Schreiner and McMurray leave for the ASC. Chris Bryant, that's the start you want. That is exactly the start Hardin Simmons needs.
Exactly, a nice stop and score. That shot looked like it was elevated in full extension. Got to get some stops here, force some turnovers.
Pass to the left, pass to the right. Shot is up, but not going in right now. Seth Myron with the shot from range. Put in for Chris Bryant. He works up against Crone. Bryant wins that battle and gets fouled, and 1.
He set out the last 4 minutes of the game because he had 3 fouls that he picked up in the first half. It's good to see he's coming back with some fervor, some energy to see if he can get his team, crawl them back within a fighting distance. Makes that 12.
Can't convert the and 1. Still plenty of time left. DJ Jones playing pesky defense against Carter Combs. Crone now with the ball in his hands. Hands it off to Josiah Butler. At the top of the arc, driving, trying to pierce the far side lane. Has to stop though. Crone spin around, working against Bryant. Hand is up and blocked. Man, what a block by Chris Bryant. It'll stay Pointer ball though.
Nice, 6 seconds left on the baseline. Played sound defense. You got to get out of this one to get 3 consecutive stops.
We'll see what Wisconsin Stevens Point has drawn up here for a low shot clock play. Jumper, swish. Man, Kyle Crone.
He's doing it all today.
That was a pretty shot.
Absolutely.
DJ Jones passes to his right to Matthew Alexander. Alexander not going to pierce the arc just yet. They go down to Asher Fleming. Fleming looking for Bryant on the inside. Passes to his right, tipped up and taken away by the Pointers. 3 is up, no good. Wow. Man, Seth Myron against pretty much the entire Hardin Simmons team.
All you saw was a purple jersey just rise beneath them and tip it out. And that's what you get, second chance opportunity from a hard score for Crone.
Yeah, they dialed the phone for Crone and he scores. 42-26. Bryant stuck at the top of the arc. Trying to look inside, can't find anybody. Wow, good spinning around from Asher Fleming, he'll get fouled. To say, Stevens Point having a great presence inside the arc because you can see Hardin Simmons is trying to look for someone to cut in.
Absolutely, they're trying to strike from any distance just to see, the ball just go through the hoop at this point, but to see that they're hitting or heading towards the free throw line early on is really promising for them because as soon as you start seeing the ball go through the net just like that, it gives you a little bit motivation. It makes your shot look a little bit better from beyond the arc, but I think they're doing it in the right way. They're crawling back. They really just have to get some stops on defense and make sure they're not giving off second chance opportunities.
Asher Fleming's first free throw is good. His second one also good.
Nice.
Puts 2 coins in the bank. 42-28.
You can't be going 1 for 1 with each other.
Slow dribble by Crone across the timeline. It's on the near side of the court. Working on the near side of the court. Backing up out of the arc. Ball moves around the horn. Josiah Butler at the top now piercing the paint. Wow, contested jumper doesn't go, and Matthew Alexander rips it down for the board. Matthew Alexander tossing it into Chris Bryant. Kicked out. 3 not taken by Asher Fleming. Spin around jumper. Asher Fleming's good. 42-30, 12-point gap.
Like it. Now you got to try and get within that single-digit striking zone.
Josiah Butler getting it to Seth Myron. Myron working against Williams, trying to throw him through the spin cycle, and he does so successfully.
And people got a little dizzy watching that one, but he was very poised.
And Hardin Simmons defense a little dizzy as a quick conversion will lead to a foul. The steal by Logan Baumgartner.
Great way to protect the ball. He cradled it through everybody, was trying to finish on the opposite side of the rim, got smacked in the process of it. He'll head to the line. Just whenever it seems like the Cowboys are seeing, light of day, they bring it down to 12, they bring it down to 11. The Pointers just come in with a nice steal, attempt at the rim.
First free throw good for Logan Baumgartner, junior out of Medford, Wisconsin. So we wait for him to take the second free throw. 15-point gap, could be 16 if he converts. Indeed he does. And 16 points between Stevens Point and Hardin Simmons. Hardin Simmons, see what kind of adjustments they made coming into this half. Because you have to make a lot if you're going to make this kind of comeback.
I know. And a lot of it, I don't know, like the last possession that just got taken, that's taking care of the ball. It's just you have to simplify the game into taking care of the ball, making sound passes, finishing layups like that when you can. That's how you do it. You have to simplify the game to its core.
Tyler Williams will add those 2 points to his stat sheet. Josh Booker to his left to Grant Manns. Now to his right to Butler. Butler works in. Wow. Good dish to Booker. Nothing's going to be called, to the dismay of some of the Stevens Point faithful that have traveled here. Matthew Alexander. Wow. Piercing a couple Pointers defenders. Loses the ball though. And all alone up front is Butler. He gets the easy lay. 48-32. Some quick back and forth from both sides, but Stevens Point once again comes out on top. Williams to DJ Jones. Asher Fleming on the near side, moving to his right just a little bit. Now to his right to Jones. Williams in the paint. Scoop shot. Won't get fouled. He'll take 2 free throws.
We'll call that one for a foul. Couple parents for the Pointers are wanting to travel, but it's going to be media.
Yep, under a 60-minute media timeout. Hardin Simmons really trying to force the issue right now. 3 fouls by the Pointers. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Try to get to the free throw line as much as possible.
No, it means you're staying aggressive. It means that you're, getting better looks at the basket, putting your defender in a disadvantaged position to the point where they have to foul you. In the possession right before this, they got a beautiful stop, very sound defense, stayed within vertical position as one of the Pointers was trying to go up for a layup, and they just could not convert on this end. It turned into a turnover. So you have to capitalize on the opportunities that you get, because there's not many times whenever the Pointers are coming down here and not capitalizing on the shot that they're getting, or at least getting, a good look at the rim.
It's a pretty sharp offensive drop-off for Hardin Simmons.
Yeah.
Their past 3 games, they've won them all on a 3-game winning streak. They beat LeTourneau 89-82. They beat LeTourneau at LeTourneau 119-106.
Wow.
And they beat Arlington Baptist in Abilene 98-66. And right now it seems like they're going to be a far cry away from that mark. Credit to Stevens Point defensively. They've just been playing their game, and Hardin Simmons, lack of response.
Yeah, it's hard to stop something whenever it's coming at you from all angles.
All right, so Stevens Point back out on the floor. Tyler Williams shooting free throws, the junior out of Lubbock. First free throw good. First Lubbock having a lot to celebrate as Red Raiders.
I was about to say, are we going to mention some tech success?
Texas Tech having a very good season this year, to say the least.
My best friend's family, they're all Red Raider fans. And anytime I walk in their home, I throw up my little guns and I go, "Wreck 'em!" And they're like, "Who let her back in here?"
Very own Garrett Landon.
Yeah.
Huge Texas Tech fan. Piercing the paint, thrown up. It'll be a foul. Josh Booker will head to the line.
That one was a little odd.
At the senior out of Kewaskum, Wisconsin.
Say that 10 times fast.
I'm not going to attempt.
Exactly.
Isaiah Moore on the floor from Chicago, Illinois. I'll say that 10 times fast.
There you go.
Man, free throw has not been kind to the Pointers today.
It's really funny because there's no student section here, but whenever there's a student section here for Trinity, inevitably there'll be somebody that's like, "Ball don't lie." The comments that you get from student sections, especially in college, are super funny.
49-34. Stevens Point almost at the half-century mark. MSM getting it to DJ Jones. Passing it up to Trevian Howell. Now down to Jamar Ingram. He'll try to take it himself. A good little floater from Jamar Ingram.
Strong take, too.
So you have to feel very comfortable if you are Stevens Point.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to feel complacent right now. You want to get hard looks at the rim again. Make sure that you're getting offensive attacks when you can.
Combs trying to get the pass to Grant Mans. A little trouble with the ball. Foul's going to get called. I'm almost certain that'll be tagged to Trevian Howell.
It'll be a two-handed slap.
He was attempting to contest Josiah Butler.
And do that on the baseline because it was underneath the free throw line.
Cal Crone and Logan Baumgartner will hand off the towels as they re-enter this game. Nice find by Combs to get Butler at the far corner. Butler, wow, great work in. Contested shot, but he gets it back. Three is up. And that'll be FedExed out of bounds. 49-36.
Good sound defensive possession. Made them shoot under 10. Made them come up with an air ball. So you can make this one an 11-point game, convert on here, and play defense in the next possession.
Trevian Howell, the senior out of Dallas. Gives up to DJ Jones. Jamar Ingram, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Williams loses the ball. You say it goes off of Stephen Points' Isaiah Moore. Some arms up in frustration for Moore.
Yeah, that'll stay here with 8 seconds left.
Wow, lobbing it. This is going to be really tough now. 7 seconds. Ingram crashing in, loses the ball, throws it up.
Wow.
He made it happen.
With 8 seconds left, he caught it all the way in the backcourt.
Man, and he flew in like a madman.
I know.
So Stevens Point, 11-point lead, still comfortable, but wanting to keep the same gap between the two purple sides. Run in, foul.
Samuelson would have kept both hands up. It would have been a great contest, but one of those was down. And I think he tried to hack with that right one. But he was good. He beat them there. He beat him there to the spot. He really just needed to keep both hands up.
So Miles Amison will get tagged with the foul. Junior out of Fort Worth, the transfer from Sul Ross State, who was D3 at some point in the past. Really just a couple years ago, they made the jump to D2. All the way in Alpine, Texas. 50-38. Free throw was good by Baumgartner on the first. We'll try to convert the second as well. Chris Bryant back on the floor for Hardin Simmons. 51-38. Stevens Point. Free throw line has been a bit of a trouble spot, but Baumgartner converts both of his. Ingram to his left to Asher Fleming. To the right to Howell. Now at the top of the court is DJ Jones. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Jones trying to spin around, but man, a foul's gonna get called. It was good defense, I thought, by Combs and Baumgartner, but a bit of a collision at the end.
That's gonna reset the shot clock to 20, and they're gonna take it out of bounds. Did you see what the shot clock was at before the whistle? Was it at like 3 or 4 seconds left?
Yeah, it was single digits, for sure. And that's something that Stevens Point's been really good at. The Cowboys really haven't been able to take shots unless the shot clock has been at like 5 seconds.
Yeah. And that's hard to see, especially right now, because you work so hard for 25 seconds, and then to just get fouled out for them to have 20 seconds left on the shot clock and taking it out at the sideline.
Coach Sternbach having a word with the official. Foul is going to get called. Asher Fleming got fouled.
It's going to be on the floor. They're going to take it out the baseline. That's going to be their fifth team.
It'll be DJ Jones to inbound this ball. Gavin Davis comes onto the floor, and instead he'll inbound the ball.
And this is a position that you want to be in for the Cowboys, to put the Pioneers in a tempting fouling position. Wow.
That was a great physical play from Jamar Ingram.
Absolutely, he's just woken up.
Yeah, he has been the standout player for Hardin Simmons in this second half thus far. But still, not a lot to do with that performance if they can't stop them defensively.
Yeah.
Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Spinning around, Crone just a bit short. Ingram trying to dish it. Wow, what a save from Carter Combs. That was clean.
Absolutely. And that's an effort play too. Knew that he was falling behind with a foot race at the half court line. Turned on the Jets and got a steal for them.
That was a great handle of the ball. I'll find it. Combs inside, foul, and Combs held his face for just a moment.
He got ping-ponged in the middle of the paint by a couple of Cowboy players.
Well, we'll have our under 12 media timeout. 11-point gap between the Pointers and Cowboys. For Stevens Point, no shots have gone in the past 4 minutes, but they've been scoring from the charity stripe.
Yeah.
I mean, for Hardin Simmons, that should be a really good stat for them. But still, it's just been they score, and then Stevens Point gets a foul, and then heads to the charity stripe.
Exactly. I mean, they're even all for team fouls right now, but, I mean, you're stopping field goal attempt, well, not field goal attempts, but field goal, shots or field goal percentage from going up. But, I mean, you just got to stop points from being put up on the board, period. It's an 11-point game right now. They are going to take it out at the baseline, get a stop from here. 20 seconds still left in the shot clock. I mean, the Cowboys still have a full head of steam coming in with 11 minutes and 24 seconds left in this half. A lot can happen. We saw it in this last game whenever, excuse me, who played in this last game?
Last game was Schreiner Marietta.
Oh, exactly. When Schreiner came back from a 15-point deficit, brought it all the way back, gained the lead, and then inevitably gave it back in the last 3 seconds of the game, or last 8 seconds of the game. But, I mean, anything is possible with 11 minutes left. It's a long game to go.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that kind of mood-shifting play, because really when Dylan Snow started going off for Schreiner, that kind of felt like Schreiner could really get back
like
into
we're
this.
In this. Absolutely. And all it takes is one person for the Cowboys to do that. Right now it feels like it's Ingram, but, I mean, there's nothing like the energy of a surging three that comes through the air, so I don't know if DJ Jones is going to hit one pretty soon.
Wow.
Good defense.
A good defense against a very good Josiah Butler, who is struggling to get to the other side of the court. Numbers advantage.
Yeah.
Up charge.
That was perfect position outside of the charge circle. He waited for him for about 5 minutes. Knew it was coming.
Gavin Davis, sophomore transfer from Houston, Texas, transferred from St. Thomas. Yes, the same St. Thomas that played earlier today. 1-40. Stevens Point, playing in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. All the way down from Wisconsin. 3 is up, but no good. HSU getting it to Ingram. Ingram trying to find Alexander. He'll take it himself, though.
Nice.
Wow. He can do no wrong right now, it seems. It's a single-digit gap.
That's just a body recognizing somebody that he can go downhill towards the basket, too.
Ingram, 8 points in the game now. Now Seth Myron working the Hardin Simmons defense, but the layup too high off the glass. Matthew Alexander.
If I'm the Cowboys, I'm getting this ball to Ingram.
Fleming to Matthew Alexander. Alexander spinning around, loses the ball for a moment. Still loose. Wow. Got it to Fleming.
Wow. He came out of that, and I thought they were going to call a jump ball about 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, I was a little shocked. I was surprised they didn't call a jump ball either.
But let him play. I like it.
51 to 44.
6-point game. Sorry, 7-point game. I can't do math.
Timeout's going to get called. Hardin Simmons on a 6-0 run. Stevens Point, 3-minute scoring drought. Hardin Simmons has slowly lassoed their way back into this game.
It's defiance. They don't want to come out in this first game here in the Leslie Robinson Classic and take an L.
Some other teams in the ASC that Hardin Simmons will compete against: Howard Payne, Mary Hardin Baylor, ETBU. And then next year, they'll also compete against Schreiner and McMurray as they rejoin the ASC, get back to 6 teams. Meanwhile, Stevens Point competing against teams like UW Whitewater, UW Oshkosh, Stout, Platteville, River Falls, La Crosse, all the Wisconsin schools. Every Wisconsin State school except for UW Superior, who plays in the UMAC. So they wanted to be the different ones, I suppose.
Yeah.
WIAC, I know that there's a lot of debate on whether that's pronounced WIAC or WIAC.
Where would you put your money on?
Well, considering we have a conference in D3 called the MIAC, that's MIAC, I don't know why we wouldn't also call it
WIAC.
the WIAC.
Yeah.
I've never heard the MIAC called the MIAC before. But I know it is hotly debated, so.
Is it? Point of contention for many people.
A point of contention.
Right.
Well, Cowboys are ready. Stevens Point will make use of the entirety of their huddle. One of the toughest conferences in the nation, the WIAC right now. Didn't see the most recent D3 DataCast episode. They looked at some of the toughest conferences in the nation in terms of the computer that they run pretty much everything through. Big stat guys over there. WIAC, one of the toughest conferences. Not a surprise. Usually all those Wisconsin schools are good at pretty much every sport.
Yeah.
Ball is lost by Butler. Whistle blown.
Felt like a little bit of a late whistle, in my opinion. I thought that was good sound defense.
So that sends Butler to the line. Now, really unfortunate for Hardin Simmons. At this point, you're hoping that the first end of the 1-and-1 doesn't go in. First free throw is good. So with Josiah Butler making it a 52-44 game, could extend the lead by 1 more point. And indeed he will. Cool as a cucumber is Josiah Butler at the free throw line. 9-point gap. Still very comebackable for Hardin Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Wow. Hardin Simmons lucky to get that ball back. Evan Davis spinning out. Williams loses the ball. That's probably what should have happened the last time the ball got lost. Stevens Point taking it away.
Mm-hmm.
Crone. Wow, slapped off the glass by Williams. Pull up 3, too short. Rebound to zone miss, Gavin Davis. Wow, a lot of bodies flying on the floor, no shot. Whistle blown. That was some physical play.
Yeah, Lots of hustle. Nobody wants to lose this game. We're going to call that one on the floor. I think that's going to be number 6.
So they call the foul on Combs. It's his first foul.
Yeah, it'll be at the baseline.
So Hardin Simmons, next time that Hardin Simmons gets fouled, they'll be shooting 1-and-1s. Find Chris Bryant within the arc. Working it in. Turnaround shot goes.
Very nice. He's still playing with 3.
And you need him to get heated up. That's point number 8 for Chris Bryant. Man is averaging 16 points a game. Stevens' point has held him in check.
That should have put them on the line.
Asher Fleming will be called for that foul. 53-46. Man, we are not really that close to the end of this game, and we are shooting free throws, 1-and-1s.
Yeah.
Stevens' point, 1 for the last 9. They haven't made a shot in the last 7 minutes.
Nobody was ready for the 1-and-1.
Shout out to Matthew Alexander, who had all the game awareness there.
Yeah.
Asher Fleming trying to lose his man.
Wow.
I don't know how he got that shot. He was contested, like super contested.
And that makes it 6-point game. Sorry, 5-point game. I don't know math right now.
Butler. Josiah Butler, 17 points on the game for him so far. Gets it to Seth Myron. Wow. Gets it to Butler. 110 seconds on the shot clock. Butler driving in. Wow. Short jumper. No good for Seth Myron.
A great corral by Matthew Alexander as he's trying to lead this offense.
Hardin Simmons in a position to slow the game down a little bit now. Don't have to really rush to score. Foul's going to get called.
Wow.
And a very emphatic no way from a Stevens Point fan.
No way! That's going to be on Cal Crone. I think that's going to be his 3rd or 4th.
That is number 3 for Crone.
And that means that he's going to the line.
Indeed, he is. Yeah, that's a tough.
You're going to see it in the replay right here. I mean, it looked like a regular basketball play. He was trying to 3-quarter him. May have caught him on the shoulder with a little excess.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Both sides still have 3 timeouts each for the coaches.
Yeah.
53-48 could be a 3-point game.
Absolutely.
This charity stripe trip goes well for Bryant. That rebound differential between the two teams was horrid at the end of the first half.
28 to
14.
14.
It was literally double the rebounds, but now much, much closer.
Yeah.
Hardin Simmons has really, well, I would say more so dominated the boards in this half.
Absolutely. It's because they're closing out possessions. They're keeping their hands up, making sure that the pointers aren't getting second chance opportunities.
Chris Bryant going up to shoot some free throws. A 76.7% free throw shooter. Really hoping he can increase that percentage. If you are a Cowboys fan. Battle between two teams that wear a shade of purple and a shade of yellow. Seven minutes, 20 seconds left. We'll see if it becomes a free throw battle near the end.
Mm-hmm. It was automatic.
Yeah, definitely automatic.
4-point game.
Gets them both. It's a 3-point game. After what seemed like Stevens Point's game to lose. Oh my goodness.
going to be an offensive on number 4, Josiah Butler.
Wow, that is pretty huge.
Yeah. Wait, what, was it a foul or did he throw it out of bounds?
It was just a turnover.
Oh, just a turnover,
yeah.
okay.
So now Hardin Simmons could tie it with a 3. We'll see who they go to. Williams gets into Bryant. Or if they'll just shoot the 2, foul.
That's
Bryant back at the
4.
line.
Wow. I don't even know where that one came from. I don't know if he just double-armed him from the back. Gave him a shove as he was trying to go up.
Very vocal Stevens Point fan base. The first free throw is good. Yeah, that's Crone's 4th foul. He's going to come off the court. That's a pretty big loss right now for Stevens Point because he's been playing really well.
And now Ingram also checks in, which is another big body that you have to stop who's coming downhill with a full head of steam.
And Amason looking to check in for Hardin Simmons. Never mind, he'll head back to the bench. Good old-fashioned never mind substitution.
Yeah.
And a chant being started by the Pointers fans.
1-point deficit for the Cowboys.
Stevens Point, all the pressure on them to score. Butler, ball in his hands, working back to his left, takes the 3. Money for Josiah Butler.
Oh, they needed that one.
20 points for Josiah Butler this game. And now the chant's even louder from the Stevens Point faithful. Chris Bryant, wow. All the traffic.
That's with 2 bodies who were coming in to help. Still 1 possession game.
Things are getting interesting here in San Antonio, Texas. A ball lost for just a moment by Myron.
Oh, that's going to be a foul for sure.
No, really just slapped the arm.
That one was like I'm getting a little bit overzealous. Thought he had all ball there. Definitely slapped his hand.
Should be Williams' 3rd foul. With Myron to shoot some free throws. First free throw up. Nope, no good. Who's going to have the ball? It'll be Hardin Simmons. Great win off the miss. Another opportunity to tie this game up potentially. Ingram kicks it out. Trevian Howell to Tyler Williams. Williams to his right. Gets it, Gavin Davis. Now down to Ingram. At the top of the arc, Ingram goes to his right. Gavin Davis, under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to do something. Shot from the elbow. Doesn't go, but the ball is free. It did go off the iron. Open 3. Oh, no good. It'll be Pointer ball. A lot of good opportunities for Hardin Simmons. Can't convert on any of them, though.
Yeah, those are 2 pretty good looks, especially the wide open 3 after that long tip out.
So some tough misses for the Cowboys. Still find themselves down, looking for a lead. Wow, great move from Butler to get away from the defense. Carter Combs, short jumper. Wow, anti-shooter's touch.
Exactly. I mean, it was a good look. It was an open shot at that short corner.
Now, unfortunate bounces for Logan Baumgartner. Ingram up to Howell. Surveys, gets it back to Ingram, the far side corner. Now works his way into the arc a little bit. 3 is up, but too strong. Hardin Simmons has been trying to take the lead by taking those 3s, but haven't been connecting. Butler loses the ball. It's still loose. It's hot potato, but back to Stevens Point. Great dish. Trying to dunk it. Foul called. That was Josh Booker trying to slam it home.
Like seeing it, both teams giving great effort. It's who wants it more right now.
Stevens point in the double bonus. Guaranteed 2 shots. Josh Booker. He shoots at about a 50-50 clip.
Some big rotations here.
You are Hardin Simmons wanting to score with this lineup. Matthew Alexander and Asher Fleming, although Chris Bryant coming off the court. All right, 3-point game. Booker going Dutch at the charity stripe. Ingram backing off. Handing off to Asher Fleming. Fleming to his right. Gavin Davis back to Fleming, hands it off to Alexander.
They call it 3 second. Oh no, it was definitely a foul. Okay. That one's gonna be on number 15, Logan Baumgartner.
Should be Baumgartner's 3rd foul. Couple players on the court with 3 fouls.
Emerson will shoot 2 now.
Myron, Butler, Fleming, and Davis. Both teams in double bonus. Wow.
That one rattled in.
One of the more precarious free throws you'll see. Emerson, the 6'11" junior. Transfer from Sul Ross State.
There it is.
That one much cleaner.
1-point game. 4:20.
With the pointers. Combs runs into an Amasum wall. Wow. Ball punched out. What a play by Matthew Alexander, all alone in front, slams it down. Hardin Simmons has the lead. What a play from Matthew Alexander, the sophomore from Arlington.
Put an exclamation point on that one.
Wisconsin Stevens Point trailing in this game. Unthinkable at the start of this half. Trying to dish it in. Great passes. Oh, but can't finish. Hardin Simmons, all the momentum. Open 3 is up. Oh, bang. Time out called. Get hyped up, Gavin Davis. You deserve to be. It's 61-57. Hardin Simmons leading.
Yeah, they've crawled back possession by possession here, making sure that they get stops on defense and obviously converting on the opposite end. You could feel the energy when that ball got released from his hands by the Cowboy bench and by their fan favorites here.
Yeah, the Hardin Simmons defense got, well, we'll just say, they got gashed.
Absolutely.
In that first half.
I just saw Chris Bryant go and check in at the scores table, so he's going to enter here. He was just out during that entire sequence. Now add that entire sequence with Chris Bryant.
So yeah, Stevens Point gashed the Hardin Simmons defense in the first half, but now this Hardin Simmons defense is really locked in.
Yeah.
That slam, punching the ball out of the hands of the Stevens Point player,
yeah,
that was pretty hype.
Yeah.
So back on the floor are the Cowboys.
Both teams in double bonus. So any touch, both of them are at the line for 2.
Man, coming down to the wire in the 3rd game of the Leslie Robinson Classic.
Look at how frightening this front court is. You're going to have Amison, Chris Bryant, and Ingram. You know how aggressive that is. You talked about Amison Wall, 6'11", and then you have a composed Chris Bryant that you're going to have to go up against in the last 3 minutes and 28 seconds left.
Hardin Simmons, Stevens Point. Every game so far today has been a really good one.
Absolutely.
And at the end of this first half, we were kind of wondering, like, man, is Hardin Simmons going to keep it close? And now they have. They made the comeback. They're up by 4.
Nobody wants to go into Christmas break on a loss. I'll tell you that right now.
All the pressure on these pointers. Josiah Butler to to his left, to his right, working in. Up against Matthew Alexander. Rolls it in. Super contested.
Makes that one a 2-point game. I'm glad there wasn't a foul that came out of that possession, though.
3 minutes on the clock. Chris Bryant. To his left to Asher Fleming. Fleming finding Bryant on the inside. Turn around, jumper. The hook shot doesn't go. Tipped up in the Pointers' hands. Right now, not really that big of a numbers advantage for the Pointers, so they'll slow it down. Oh, Combs take the three. Now, nice find. It's tied up 61-61. Man, that Combs to Myron connection, very strong.
3 timeouts left still for the Cowboys, 1 for the Pointers. See if the head coach is going to call a timeout anytime soon.
Oh, ball is loose, taken by the Pointers. Ingram loses handle of it.
About to go under the 2-minute mark.
Butler, 2 minutes on the clock. Giving it to Crone, back to Butler. Butler up against Matthew Alexander. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He just shoots a three. Not gonna go. He wanted the hype played, not gonna get it.
Call a timeout. Oh, there we go. That'll be 2 timeouts left for the Cowboys, 1 still left for the Pointers. Probably point of emphasis right now, spread the floor as much as possible. If you want to have Ingram going downhill, you got to give him some space. And you have to have shooters ready because they are going to help within the paint.
Josiah Butler, 22 points. 6 for 6 from the charity stripe is Butler. 8 rebounds. Meanwhile, Crone, 14 points, working with 4 personal fouls. Has to be careful. Man, Chris Bryant, 14 points, about to meet his season average mark of 16 if he can score.
Yeah.
He's taking the lead in scoring. Very evenly spread offense for Hardin Simmons. There's not really been one player that you can really say has been dominating for them.
Yeah, no, this has been a complete team effort on every part of this. It feels like they came out of this halftime with, you know, their head on correctly. They're like, we're going to get some stops, obviously convert whenever we have opportunities to. And they came out with 2 consecutive stops to start out the second half.
Ball is on the floor. Chris Bryant trying to dish it in. Foul's going to get called.
He's going to head to the line.
That was a very aggressive reach.
Yeah.
By the Stevens Point player.
I think it was a risk that he just shouldn't have taken. He should have still played him back to the basket. I know you want to make that game-winning steal, but that's one of those you don't want to risk.
Tyler Williams shooting at 83% from the charity stripe this season. Oh, but that'll go down just a little bit.
You said, oh. Oh, that one's going to go down.
Yeah, I turned into Callum Squires there for a moment, who had the famous call of the game-winning penalty kick against UT Dallas a couple years ago. Wow, neither of them go. Rare misses for Tyler Williams. Almost a minute left in this game. Coming down to the wire after Stevens Point was up by a considerable amount, almost by 20 at some points. Seth Myron, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Has to make something happen. Turn around, jump. Ow, too shallow.
2 possessions left remaining in this game.
Matthew Alexander to Chris Bryant. Getting it to Asher Fleming. To Bryant. Wow, offensive foul.
That's going to be number 4 for Bryant.
Jubilation for Stevens Point. Shock for Hardin Simmons.
We're going to see this replay. I mean, anything above the neck.
And it looked like an arm to the face.
They're going to have to assess. So
yeah, they will discuss amongst themselves, the officials.
I don't think they're discussing a challenge in any way. I really think they're just assessing whether or not anything was flagrant because it was above the neck.
So they'll take a look at the stats table.
See whether if it was a flagrant or not. Or was it a challenge? Do you know? Okay.
I'm not plugged into
Oh, you aren't?
that part of the system. 61 to 61.
I mean, this can change a lot. 45 seconds left.
Well, the officials are not looking at the replay anymore. When it's a quick look, I think that they just stick with their original call.
I think so too. It was unintentional contact. Keep it as a foul.
Yeah, it didn't look intentional to me.
No, absolutely not.
So they'll let the rulings be known to both sides. Both huddles break. Take a look on the replay.
Yeah, I think that's just going to be a regular foul. That'll be Bryant's fourth. And they will be taking the ball out 94 feet away from their basket. 45 seconds left. Shot clock at 30.
61 to 61. Hardin Simmons nearly a 3-minute scoring drought. Simmons able to get it in. Playing it slow. Now trying to run it down. Carter Combs. Trying to shake Gavin Davis. That's Myron at the elbow. Backs out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now he drives it. And foul's going to get called. So that'll be free throws for Stevens Point.
I don't know if we can see the replay of that one, but to me it seemed pretty clean. I mean, it looked like he was fading away from the basket. I don't know if I was a ref, I'd probably give him that one, but obviously I don't have that point of view to see if there was a hand down or something like that.
First free throw from Myron, no good. Myron shooting 70% from the free throw line on the season. Tonight, make that 0 for 2. Gets that one. That's an important one too. 62-61, no shot clock. Hardin Simmons could win it if they choose to take the last shot.
It's going to be a timeout called. I think it's the right choice made by the Cowboys. They'll have one left after this timeout to see if anything can come out of it.
So 21 seconds on the clock. We got Alexander, Fleming, Davis Williams, and Bryant on the floor. Doesn't look like anybody will be checking in for the Cowboys. Well, if you're drawing up the play,
I'm going to Chris.
Yeah, I would think you go to Bryant. And Alexander, he's been playing well, but those 2 3-point shots came in the first half. Hasn't really had an opportunity in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, Bryant would be the obvious choice too, but
I think so as well, especially because if he gets fouled, he's a pretty good free throw shooter. He's going to be going to the line.
Although, have to know that Stevens Point's probably locking in on him to some extent.
Oh yeah, they're going to try and double off of him, but because he's a smart player, he has to recognize who's going to be on his opposite side. So you got to have a shooter. I mean, I would definitely put Matthew Alexander or DJ, opposite him, just in case somebody from that long side is going to come and try and help. But yeah, I'm giving it to him.
You can see the stats on your screen. Hardin Simmons shooting better from the free throw line than Stevens Point.
Yeah.
Again, another 2 sides that have had pretty even-ish performances from beyond the arc.
Absolutely, and I'm really proud. I mean, the stats are off of your screen right now, but if you got to see those rebounding stats, it was 35 to 31. I mean, it's just been extreme effort taken by the Cowboys to try and, close that distance. And it's obviously paid off because they're only down by 1 with 21 seconds left. They have a no shot clock. It's theirs if they want to take it.
Fleming will take the easy way, getting it to Gavin Davis. Into Bryant. Davis, a lot of space, didn't take the 3. They hand it to Bryant. No shot clock, loses the ball. It's in Stephen Points' hands, and a quick foul. And now Josiah Butler quickly calling his team into the huddle. Big turnover.
Yeah, that was great defense played by them. I don't know if one of the pointers got their hand on the ball whenever he tried to, whenever Chris Bryant tried to dribble it to the middle of the paint, but sound defense for sure.
The good thing for the Cowboys is that it can't be a 4-point gap. They'll have an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, 10 seconds is a lot of time. You got to get this rebound right now. They're not going to let them roll it in, obviously.
Yeah, we'll see if Hardin Simmons opts for the Shriner strategy of just running it down, not calling a timeout. 3 players for Hardin Simmons with 4 fouls on the floor. Oh, but that shot misses.
Let's see.
So you only need a 2 to tie it. They'll go quick. Timeout called.
5.9 seconds left. That's a lot of time on the clock. Enough time to get 1 or 2 dribbles in, pass for a shot. I'm going for the tie, if I'm being quite honest.
I think that's the safer option. Fleming, Williams, and Bryant all with 4.
I mean, if there's an open 3, you're taking it, but I'm going for the 2 right now for sure.
And man, it's been exciting comeback for Hardin Simmons, but
yeah,
try not to fall just short of the mark like Shriner did earlier. Man, yeah, just really impressive from these Cowboys in the second half.
Absolutely. I mean, they look like a completely different team from what we saw in this first half. Weren't they down by 17? Yeah, a completely different team.
Asher Fleming to inbound it. Looking for someone inside. Throw it up for Bryant. It's contested. Foul's going to get called.
He's going to be put to the line, and he's out of here. That's his 5th.
Crone got called for it. He has fouled out of the game.
4.7 seconds left.
And these are the biggest free throws of the game.
Absolutely.
He needs
I think they were definitely calling that foul because he was walking backwards with it, and I think that the ball didn't have full possession.
Chris Bryant, 14 points, 6 rebounds. That's his performance tonight, looking to add 2 more. Putting in Amazon, I think a smart decision. In case Bryant misses, you have a big guy up there.
Absolutely.
Especially because Stevens Point is going to outnumber you. And it does look like the Cowboys have the 2 tallest players up and surrounding the box. First free throw, no good. Man, I mean, at this point, do you play for the miss?
Yeah.
Feels like you kind of have to. Next free throw.
Got to hit the rim.
Yeah. Now Chris Bryant will foul out of the game. Oh, no, he won't. Just a violation.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's got to hit the rim.
That is most likely wraps here in San Antonio.
I don't know what type of football route the Pointers are going to run right now, but we'll see.
Yeah. Barring some incredible turnover or half-court heave.
If anything, they're just going to try and get it as far away from their basket as possible because it's going to take a lot of time to get it all the way back here. But you can't just throw it right out of bounds on the opposite end or else it'll start here.
Yeah, very interesting formation. And foul will be called. Alexander just kind of body checking the Stevens Point player. Well, if you want any chance of your Hardin Simmons, Stevens Point needs to miss one of these.
Ideally, they would miss both of them.
Ideally, but
yeah, no, you're right.
Baumgartner.
There's no timeouts left.
And he is one of their best free throw shooters, shooting 87.5% from the free throw line. He's 4 for 4 today. Make it 5 for 5. He could ice the game away here. Will Stevens Point be able to hold off the Cowboys?
Wow.
4-point gap. Well, unless Stevens Point does a very low IQ play and fouls a guy shooting a half-court heave. And then the half-court heave goes in.
Stranger things have happened, I'm sure.
Alexander running. 3 is up. No good. And that's it. The Wisconsin-Stevens Pointers hold off Hardin Simmons 65-61, despite the Cowboys' big comeback in the second half.
Yeah, it's the same story that was written the game before this as well. You hate to see it, but it makes for a really great game, especially for the last 5 minutes. But I mean, it was a valiant effort by the Cowboys to come back from such a large deficit coming into this second half. I mean, if anything, they should have a lot of confidence coming into tomorrow, not wanting to go into a loss into this extended break for Christmas.
But valiant effort from Hardin Simmons, who was dead to rights after that first half.
Yeah.
Didn't lay down, came back, made it competitive, made it exciting.
Absolutely.
Running through some of the stats for the Cowboys. Chris Bryant, 14 points, 6 rebounds. And Matthew Alexander, 11 points, 8 rebounds. Those were the 2 scores in double digits for Hardin Simmons. For Stevens Point, Josiah Butler, 22 points, 8 rebound game, 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. Coming in clutch there. Seth Myron, 13 points, 4 rebounds. And Cal Crone, who fouled out, 14 points, only 1 rebound. But great moments all around. Carter Combs, 4 points, 4 steals, kind of the unsung hero, 3 assists, because he was really good handling the ball. We got one more game today in the Leslie Robinson Holiday Classic, and that is the host school, Trinity, taking on St. John's. Well, get ready for that one. It'll be exciting. Be sure to tune in. For everybody in the control room and my partner, Annika Sainz. Stevens Point beats Hardin Simmons 65-61. I've been Reed Rosales. Please join us for the final game of day 1 at the Leslie Robinson Classic.